What's up guys? Welcome to the second episode of my YouTube channel. Today I will be building a cyclocross bike. I finally got all the parts, got the frame, everything is ready to be built, so very excited. I'm so excited! That can only mean one thing. New bike day! Fuck. I'm too old for this shit. I need a lighter bike. So to build a lighter bike I decided to go with carbon. Surprise, surprise. And by the way, this will be my first carbon bike. I had titanium, steel and aluminium bikes, but never carbon. For some reason I like metal. I did a bit of research and my first choice was Cannondale Super X. That's the top model in the cyclocross range. And by the way, I like Cannondales. This frame has AI offset similarly to their mountain bikes. So if you have several bikes and you need to swap the wheels on cranks between them, you will not be able to do so unless you want to redish your wheel every time you do that. So I continued my search and then I saw the frame, which was just wow, and I checked the specs and it was super light, so it ticked all the boxes for me. So let's see what it is. So yes guys, it's Specialized Crux in this beautiful yellow-red color, let's call it sunset color. An interesting fact about Specialized Crux, it's exactly the same frame as S-Works Crux model, it's just a different color, different paint job, but otherwise it's exactly the same frame, so why pay more? I can live without S-Works ladders on my frame, so yes, let's start building it. Oh, and by the way, I'll be checking weights of all the components I'm putting on the bike, so let's start with the frame. On their website, Specialized are saying that this frame in size 56 weighs just 900 grams. This is frame 54, and I removed the rear axle, I removed the hanger, I removed all the bolts, I even removed this rubber thing from the bottom bracket, and it still weighs more than 1 kilogram. So, what the Specialized? The weight of the fork is not that bad actually, it's about 420-430 grams, but this includes the expander, which is around 30 grams on its own. Let's start with replacing this headset spacer with a 40mm one which I bought from eBay. Now for the cockpit I selected Physique Cyrano R1. This is the lightest in Physique range. There are lighter handlebars and stems, but because it's a cyclocross bike, I don't want to put the lightest components on the market. Still very light, and I like the designs as well, so let's put it here. The stem is 122 grams. Now let's put the final bit. I have this nice stem cap, which says work and no play is no fun at all, which is very true. I have an aluminium bolt, so together they weigh approximately 9 grams. Seat posts. For cyclocross bike I chose not a carbon one, I chose the KCNC Scandium seat post. Even though it's not carbon, it's actually lighter than a carbon. It's just 160 grams for a 400mm seat post, very impressive. And I probably don't need the full length, so I'll just cut it and make it even lighter. Specialized Crux has BB30 bottom bracket. You probably heard a lot of issues with the creaking, the BB30 bottom brackets, and this all solves with very simple solution with this. It's a Loctite 242, which we will apply to the inside of the bottom bracket and then install the bearings. Now let's press the bottom bearings inside the frame. I'm using this quite cheap fix tools for that. This does the job. and we're done. This is Easton EC90 SL cranks. They're very light, they're carbon. You have various options for direct mount chainrings, and I will be using only one chainring. This weighs just 356 grams, which is pretty much one of the lightest cranks on the market. Now the chainring. Do you guys like unboxing videos, by the way? I'm always amused with people unboxing some stuff and spending 5 minutes doing that. But for those who like unboxing, I have this. Unboxed. This is Absolute Black 42.2 direct mount oval chainring. 106 grams. This is not too bad. I think Easton chainrings are 95 grams, but this one is oval, and I wanted the oval because I really feel the difference. I like oval chainrings. There is always something you forget when you're building the bike. You think, yeah, I've got everything, but some small things, and then you have to wait for them, and then you can't ride your bike. It's really annoying, but it's happening all the time. Basically, the axle is too long for that frame, and I need to buy some spacers. So while these are coming, I'll just remove the cranks and continue with the rest of the bike. Next, shifters and calipers. I had Tran Red just because I found a good deal on eBay. Otherwise I would have gone for Strum Force. Now, because I only have one chainring on the front, I have removed the internals on the left lever. You see there is no button here. It saved me probably like 30 grams or something. Front shifter is installed. It took me probably 20 minutes to get this through this hole. This is just unbelievable. That's a really cool thing. Put it on an outer cable and pull inside the frame, and it really helps to prevent any rattling inside the frame when you go on bumps, and you do go on bumps when you do cyclocross. Guys, it took me 3 hours to get all the outer cables through the frame. I know when the bike will be ready it will look nice, but it's such a pain to do it yourself, so I suggest you just take it to your local bike shop to avoid this pain. Next I will be installing the brake calipers, but before I do this I'll swap the pads which came with the calipers to the ones which are bought separately and which have the aluminium backing. This will help to save some grams. I think it's about 10 grams per pair of brake pads, which is twice lighter than the original ones. Not bad. Done. I'll skip the rebleeding the brakes for the purposes of this video. You can find lots of how-to videos on YouTube, and we'll move on to installing the cranks. And look what I've got here. These are the spacers which were missing when I first tried to install the cranks. Let's put them on. I will put some grease on the shields of the bottom bracket. Hey, this grease smells really nice. Look, it's strawberry. Cranks are installed. Look at this oval chainring. Nice. Time to install the rear derailleur. I'm using the SRAM Force because I used it before. I quite like it. Works faultlessly, quite light. Now let's move on to the most interesting part, which is wheels. I've got this. These are like bicycle carbon rims built on carbon T hubs. And this wheel set, without this tape, which I already installed, without this tape, this wheel set weighs just 1394 grams. Yeah, heck of it. As for the tires, I have Maxxis Mud Wrestler, never tried them, but read some good reviews, and they're also very light. I hope they will set up tubeless easy, so fingers crossed. Don't forget a smile on your face. Let's put the tire on, make sure the rotation direction is right. Don't forget the main thing, the bike will not go if you don't do this. The letters should be aligned with the nipple. Okay, I'm using Stan's No Tubes race sealant. Fingers crossed. I'm number 2. And one tire is done. Now the front wheel. That was probably one of the fastest tubeless setups I have ever made. As for the cassette, I'm using SRAM Force 1136. It's not the lightest option, but it gives a very good range. Settle. Let's put the wheels on the bike. Now finally I need to install the chain. Depending on your front chainring and the cassette you have, you need to remove, usually it's from 1 to 3, maybe 4 links. Finally, all done. It's 2 AM, but I'm so glad I finished it today, so I can go for a ride tomorrow. There is only one thing left. Yeah, you're right, what's the weight? Let's check it out. Can you see this, guys? Less than 7.4 kilograms. This is f***ing amazing. Let's go for a ride now. So that's it, guys, for the second episode of my YouTube channel. Hope you enjoyed the video. I could have built this bike in 3-4 hours if I wasn't filming, but I spent several days doing this. Hope you like it. If you do, like, subscribe, share. See you soon.